everybody. Van from Van Adams Jewelers here. This month is June, and the birthstone for June are pearls. Did you know pearls, of all the gemstones, are the oldest gemstones? And they're the only gemstone that comes from a living organism. That's why they require special care. And today, I'm going to give you some insight on inspecting of a pearl strand and the restringing of a pearl strand. First of all, pearls need to be inspected every so often, probably every 2 to 3 years. Have them brought into the jewelry store and let us inspect it. And when we're inspecting these pearl strands, we look at the clasp where the pearl connects right there, because the flex point, a lot of times it frays, and that's the first spot that it breaks. And also because they're strung on a string, over time they might stretch out and the pearls become unevenly spaced. And it doesn't look very good when you got bunch of them close together and 2 or 3 of them are spaced apart. And also the string may get dirty from your perfume, your skin oil, and things like that, and it doesn't look very lively. It looks like the strings are brown. And so that's many of the reasons why you should have them inspected and have them restrung. So with that said, I'm going to give you some insight into my job and what I do when it comes to pearl restringing. Take a look. Okay, so first thing we do is lay the pearls onto a pearl restringing tray. It's absolutely important that we keep the strand of pearls in the exact order in which we received them, because it's been countless hours matching up these pearls to go on the strand, so we don't want to mix them up and have the sizes and the uniformity of these pearls to be compromised. Okay, once we've cut every one of the pearls and have them laid out in the order that they were on the strand, we progress over to selecting the string that would be used to strung the pearls on. We like to use a nylon blend. We find it to be a lot stronger than silk string, and they don't stretch out as much. Okay, so we start out with the nylon cord, and we do a double knot onto the clasp first. So let's do that. Once we have the string selected, the first thing we do is string on the first pearl and have it connected to the clasp with a double knot, as you see here. And once we've done that, we started the foundation so that we can go ahead and start to string the rest of the pearls on. Okay, now that we've got all the pearls strung onto the string, now actually this is where the fun begins. Because pearls come from a living organism, we try to take very good care not to let them come in contact with any hard surfaces or any surfaces that might be abrasive, because that'll cause scratching and dulling of the surface of the pearls. So at this point here, what I do is I transfer the pearls over onto a pad. And in today's jewelry industry, 99% of the pearls out there are manufactured or strung with knots in between each pearls. And the reason they do that is in case you're wearing the strand and the strand happens to break and fall onto the floor, that you don't have 100 of these little things bouncing around on the floor. You just have maybe one fall off of the strand. This is how you do it. You have a pin, tie a knot in the pearl, pull the knot tight, and bring the next pearl and pull the pin out. You have to be real careful not to put too much pressure in pushing the pearls up, otherwise the knot would be really tight, or the knot would be really loose. Either way, with the tight strand, you'll have the pearls all crinkly, bunched up against each other, and if it's too loose, then you have too much spacing in between the pearls. And I've been doing this for 35 years. I've actually got calluses on my fingers where I pull the pearl strands tight. This is what takes so long. Each one of the pearls have to be knotted and have to be strung just as you see here. Woo, okay. We got them all knotted in between. And the last thing we do now is to connect the one end that's not attached to the clasp with a double knot going through the clasp and then back through the pearl. Okay, we make sure that the last pearl and the clasp is all double knotted and pulled tight, and we put the final knot in between the last pearl. And then what we do is we cut the remainder off with just a little bit hanging loose. Okay, as you can see, it's still a little bit frayed, and what we do then is we take a lighter, we just barely touch the string with it and seal the end of the string. There you have it, a little insight into pearl restringing at Van Adams Jewelers. Just as a side note, never ever get into the swimming pool with your pearls on. Pearls are always the first thing that comes off and the last thing that goes on. No perfume, no lotion, none of that for your pearls. Okay? For all your jewelry repair needs, come and see me, Van Adams Jewelers. See you again.